Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you like helping each other?
Okay.
You gotta like start playing.
I know.
Good evening, everybody. Y'all probably jumped before I even had to bang my gavel, but we're going to bring this meeting to order for our final Senate of the semester. And we're going to start out with open forum. So would anyone like to utilize open forum at this time? Yeah, Jackson.
Hey guys, so I'm Jackson. I'm the acting Executive Student Council Chair or Executive Director. So if y'all don't know me, I'm also the President of the CDC Student Council. Yay. So with that being said, I'm gonna have all of y'all scan this QR code. So if y'all could all take out your phones and just take 2 minutes to do this super fast and easy. So with this year, I've been meeting with a lot of like VPs and presidents of every student council and getting feedback. And one thing that I want to do and they're able to do is community growth and student council growth. And so they really need to know how to utilize that and which ways are best to connect with your department. And so along with that, this forum is really just to get y'all's feedback on how you would better utilize student council, as well as how you as a student would like to go to events and how you would like to see those events structured.
Thanks, Jackson. Appreciate you. All right, would anyone else like to utilize open forum at this time? Dr. Fox.
Hi there, I'm Lady Cox. It's so great to see all of you. Thank you, Kara, for inviting me tonight to join you. So I came to talk to you about something super important, and that is your voice. And so I believe later on, they will see tonight, you're going to see the SGA executive officers' goals for the year. Nothing that is like super controversial on there, I don't think. But the reason, yeah, y'all may say, dadgummit, we don't like mental health. And if so, then go see Kara. But the one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is I have noticed this trend. This is going to be my 15th fall here at Auburn. And I've noticed this trend, particularly in Senate, where I hear from you less and less and less. To the point that earlier this year, the Senate, the group right before you, passed a resolution, which is awesome. And as this, when resolutions are passed, they're signed off by Kara and Jack and Jamie and Brad, and they keep going up the chain, and nobody knew what to do with it. In fact, when we sent it across campus to Sanford Hall and to our university leadership, nobody knew what to do with it. Because we have this incredible group of executive officers in the university who've been in office only about 2 or 3 years. They've never seen one before. And it used to be that we got these things every single week, constantly, over and over and over. Does anybody remember when they wanted to change the AU? A couple of you. That got stopped because Senate passed a resolution and said, we, as the student body of the Auburn University, we're really passionately against this. This might seem even crazier to y'all. It seems very crazy to me, but when I got here, you could smoke on campus. But that changed because of Senate and because of your voice. And so I want to remind you that unless you pass resolutions and unless you send these messages up to campus, we don't know what you talk about. In general, most folks across campus do not sadly watch the Eagle Eye TV stream in the back. It's not covered by the Plainsman. And so unless you pass these resolutions, administrators across campus don't know about all the good work that you're doing. So I encourage you to think broadly across campus, think bigger than just what happens in this room, think bigger than what just happens in your organizations, and think about what you can do for the betterment of all of Auburn. And thank you for your service. Thanks, Chair.
Would anyone else like to utilize open forum at this time? All right, then we will move into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out electronically last Tuesday. Are there any corrections to be made to the minutes? Seeing none, the minutes are now marked as approved and corrected. We will now move into reports from our officers, beginning with our president.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. Hope you all have a good week. So first on the docket for me is I have a meeting with Big President Roberts tomorrow. So I want to know what are some things that y'all would like me to bring up to him. Could be anything, just big overarching things to know his thoughts on.
I guess like in general, a lot of like the capital projects like going on with the construction of the hill, or not the hill and on Haley Concourse. I know they don't really know timetables on that, but when they do like know more information, just being more transparent. I feel like at Auburn, we don't know a whole lot about what the plan is, like construction wise, or really like anything with emissions or anything like that going forward. And there's like a big fork in the road with all that kind of stuff. And so just administration, like especially higher administration, like trying to put in more effort to tell the students and tell like the family like what's going on.
Construction projects like the new dorm and then the college of education. Awesome. Anything else?
Well, y'all can let me know if that changes. Also, a meeting with Kurt Sasser in advancement on Wednesday. Just go over what he does and if there's any overlap between advancement and SGA. Also meeting on Friday with Jared White and Jamie Hammer with identity-based organization leaders. This will be regarding SB 129. We just want Jared, who's over governmental affairs in Sanford Hall, and Jamie Hammer, who's general counsel. We want their takes on some big questions that we have moving forward with this bill and its reach on campus, and especially its reach regarding students and student orgs. So that'll be really, really insightful, hopefully. And then also I have office hours this week on Thursday from 12:30 to 3. We'll be going over exec goals tonight, so if you would like to talk to me about anything, but especially exec goals, if you have any more ideas, have some ideas on how we can execute goals or want to be a part of any of the goals, please swing by, shoot me a text. But yeah, I'd love to see you all. Thank you all.
So yeah, you'll say that we're gonna actually move into exec goals right after you. So exec, y'all can come up.
So yeah, we're starting exec goals. Something we've been working on for a while. But we're going to be presenting these individually. So start with Thomas.
Yeah, so our first goal is supporting the Student Center Patio Project. We brought this before y'all probably a month ago now. But just support it financially. We really think this is great for the students to have more outdoor study space, and we're just going to be working on that.
All right, so our next goal is constructing permanent standalone restrooms, water fountains, and equipment facilities at the campus recreation, tennis, and pickleball courts. So this is something that's come up. I think this is also an awesome project with how popular those sports are now and the uses of them. So just making sure we're on top of that and advocating for that at all times. So yeah.
And then our third thing is we are looking to kind of lay the groundwork for establishing a physical location for financial wellness. And obviously this would be kind of a long project, take 5 or so years. But we're looking at somewhere where students can go and talk to these like financial counselors about any really just financial questions they may have, whether it's, bouncing checkbook, 1040, or there would also be an area where they can talk about scholarships so that it's not such an online thing that's really a little bit unreachable. But.
So our next one is the first point, our safety concentration. So advocating for a sidewalk and lighting on Wyram Road, extending the Lynn Morrison Drive fraternity facilities to ensure safety for the campus community. So this one has been a safety concern for a long time. So if you know where New Row is, KA is there on the corner of Theta Chi. So coming back down towards campus, there is no sidewalk. And a lot of times at night, if students are walking back from New Row towards campus, they'll be walking on the side of the road. And there's also no lighting out there, so it's pretty dark. So we have groups of students walking alone at night in the dark, pretty late hours. Also, on game day, there's a lot of families that will tailgate in that area, and they will have to walk back towards campus, families with kids walking on the side of the road, and people on Wire Road, which is coming over that hill, is kind of blind if you're coming back toward with some speed. So it's a big safety concern. It's something that we want to take head on this year, because we want to ensure the safety of not only our students, but our alumni and our families. So yeah, it's one we really want to get done.
Okay, the next one is to implement a security shuttle tracking system in the new Auburn app that promotes accessibility of late night transportation. So this would basically just look like something on the Auburn app, kind of like Tiger Transit has now, where you can see, like if you call the security shuttle, you can see where it is in relation to you and like kind of the timeline for that of when they're going to come pick you up. And that's just going to eliminate students just being in the dark with by themselves or with a group or whoever it is and waiting for that security shuttle, just to eliminate that unsafe environment.
So this is one that's a continuation of last year's exec goal regarding Concept 3D Map. Concept 3D Map, if you haven't heard of that, is like an interactive campus map where we can populate it with different building plans, locations, all sorts of university policies. It's kind of like an all-inclusive like playground where you can go in, click on a building, learn more information about it, hours, like you could click on the rec, see rec hours, have links to different services within the rec. It's pretty awesome. Some other universities have it, Disney World has it. We're really looking forward to continuing that this year.
Yeah, and kind of to tack onto that, we will be installing, or we'll be working to install touchscreens with an interactive campus map to house this Concept 3D map. Those would go in Sanford Hall, the Student Center, big campus buildings, just to house that map for prospective students and families that are coming to visit. Just kind of make that easier on those families and students.
I can take printing. So one of our big goals is to work on expanding and standardizing printing services. So number one, a lot of the feedback we get about printing is that it's inconsistent across campus and it's difficult to navigate. And once you have someone explain it to you, it makes it easier the next time, but it's hard to jump over that initial obstacle of learning how to use Auburn's printing system. So we want to make it easier for students to utilize, but then also make sure that those printers are accessible to students and available in the locations that they want them to be.
Yeah, so moving on to mental health. This first point actually got started in the Senate last year. Some conversations with Doug from SCPS kind of made this one possible. So it's encouraging the creation of a peer counseling support class. So that class, what that would enable students to do, if you were, let's say your dream is to be a counselor one day and you're studying at Auburn to be a counselor, you could take this class and that would make you eligible to be a peer counselor. And if you were wanting to go to SCPS for some psychological services, you could sign up to meet with a peer counselor or a licensed counselor, and that would take stress off of SCPS, but also prepare our students that are studying to be a counselor to give them real life experience, meeting with students and actually doing what they're studying to do. So yeah, we talked to Doug, and it's something that he's excited about, and we're excited to support him in that.
Okay, and finally, our last goal is to ensure the student voice continues to be considered during SCPS renovations and also amplifying the marketing efforts of the office. I don't know if you want to do this, but the SCPS office is in the basement of the Haley Center, which the location makes sense for like what it is, but I'm sure there's a lot of students that are not aware of the resources they have with the SCPS office. So we're just going to use the SGA Instagram and partnering with their Instagram and things like that to make sure that all students know about the resources that they have at Auburn. That's it.
Well, thanks, Zach. Appreciate y'all. And again, if y'all have any questions, feedback, would like to provide some insight on any of the things that we talked about, Jack has office hours this week, but of course, the rest of us are also available and would love to talk to you about them as we get started on these initiatives. All right, next up is our treasurer.
Hey guys, hope you all had a good weekend. So tomorrow UBS is coming, and at 3:30 they're going to be having a presentation here about a new financial literacy platform. And I sent y'all a link to sign up for that. If y'all can come, if y'all just take a few minutes here to sign up for that, give y'all a sec. And then for budget details, I sent out budgets to our APs this week to see what they thought about the upcoming fiscal year and what they may be needing. And then finally, we've got ring night on Thursday night. If y'all are just post graphics that may come up on our Instagram and just support. Thank y'all.
Thanks, so now a report from our EVP and outreach.
Turner Outreach. Hope y'all had a good weekend. So I don't know whether this is gonna be a super busy week for y'all or a dead week for y'all, but either way, hope y'all have a good week. For me, it's a dead week, so that's awesome. But like all my friends have like their 4 tests this week, so good luck with this week. So for me, this Saturday, exec team went to the Auburn Global Community Festival in Opelika. It was really awesome. We got to eat some good food and just spend the day together. So it was really cool. I'm going to have an international student advisory group meeting on Wednesday. So looking forward to giving them some of our feedback. Sorry, I can't talk about it. Giving them some of our feedback and hearing what they have to say. The governmental relations team has a meeting this Wednesday with Alabama's VP of External Affairs. So I'm really excited to hear from the direction they're going this year with their governmental relations team and how we can, I guess, hear what they're doing and how we can give them advice on what they're doing. And then the last thing was, which we already presented our exec goals. So thank y'all. Hope y'all have a good week.
Thanks, George. Now a report from our executive chief and staff.
All right, first, this isn't on my slide, but thank you all to everyone that came to headshots earlier today. If you were not able to come, we'll have makeups in the fall, so just be looking out for that. Our last cabinet was earlier tonight. It was really fun, but I'm gonna miss all of y'all over the summer. And then tomorrow we'll have this homecoming interviews and call-outs are at 8 on Gatorland if y'all want to come out and support anyone that was nominated. And then also, if you're going to be here this summer and want to participate in the Camp War Eagle pep rallies, they're on Monday and Thursday nights at 7. I would love for y'all to be there. So just text me if you're going to be here and would like to participate.
Thanks, George Stan. Now a report from our EVP of initiatives.
Struggle initiatives. So first thing, we had a printing meeting Friday, Jack and my IT counterparts and cabinet. The biggest takeaway was that printing is going to be a long and hard process to get where it needs to be. So we're going to work on that over the summer. That's our plan right now. But for the time being, we're going to further the marketing efforts of printing by creating promotional videos and just how-tos that make it easier for students to print and just kind of work on making that more consistent. Another OIT meeting this Friday, and the last thing is I've got the monthly student center meeting this coming week. So do y'all have anything that I need to bring to them?
Do we know what we're changing the restaurant to, or Burger?
So Glenn is going to take some students over the summer to look at those options, and that should be happening in the fall. All right, appreciate it.
Thanks, Thomas. Now we'll move into reports from our committees, beginning with academic affairs.
Marino Education. Hey y'all. Not much for academic affairs. We're just kind of wrapping up on projects and just kind of doing some more research over the summer to get like really going in the fall. So we're super excited about that. Emma met with the CADC dean on Thursday to kind of discuss some topics like that are kind of centered around her college. Reed is going to contact the executive director of the Video Center to kind of discuss with him a little bit about how the process is for like making the potential AI statement required on syllabi. That's becoming a more like current event, and I think we need to jump on that. So he's going to contact Dr. Ali after, or hopefully soon. But yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Sophie. Now report from budget and finance.
Everybody in the business, not much for me. We'll get a lot of the budget process started here in the summer, so that'll be a good time. But besides that, there's not much going on, but I would like to suspend the rules of order and move PSSB 2202 and move it from a future order to a current order.
A motion has been made to move PSSB 24042202 from a future order to a current order. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any debate? All right, seeing no debate, PSSB 24042202 has been moved from a future order to a current order.
Right, and that was all for me. Good luck on your finals, and y'all have a good summer.
Thanks, Gordon. Our next report for read from the Code of Laws.
Lady, co-Sam. Not a lot from Code of Laws this week. We're just continuing to work on the projects that we've been working on so far this semester. We'll continue to look at those over the summer and hit the ground running when we get back in the fall. At this time, I make a motion to move PSSB 24042201 from a future order of business to a current order of business.
Motion has been made to move PSSB 24042201 from a future order to a current order. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? All right, seeing no debate, it has been moved.
All right, good luck on finals, y'all. Have a good summer. Thanks.
Thanks, Ethan. Now we'll move into our report from DEI. Thanks, Ethan. Now report from Student Affairs.
Jones at large. So this past week, me and Danny got to go on a tour with dining, and we went to the hydroponic farms and the vertical farms. So these are the hydroponic farms that are out of the fisheries. It's really cool. They take like the waste product from tilapia, which are in the building next to them, and they use that to fertilize the tomatoes. And then when they harvest these tomatoes, they go to the edge and build dining for you to eat, which is really cool. And then right here, the vertical farms. So this is all like different kinds of lettuce. And these are like over across from the vet clinic, and it's two like shipping crates. You'd have no idea it's growing food, but it's growing lettuce and like edible flowers. And so these two go into the edge. So like right now, it's, give the percentage, it's like just under 10% of produce comes from like these two farms. That is really cool because it's like an opportunity for students at Auburn to like learn more, and then for us to eat fresh produce. It's really good. But they're looking to grow it, and so he's hoping that he can get, this is Glenn, he's the executive director of On Campus Dining. He's hoping to get it to about 30% of our produce at Auburn is grown by students, which is really cool. So that was a lot of fun. A couple other things from Student Affairs. We have a housing meeting on Friday to discuss some goals that we've had, and also some things with international housing, and then a rec meeting on Wednesday with Eric Smith. Director of the rec. Other than that, just keeping things going into the summer. When we're all not going to be together, but hoping to hit the ground running fall. Thanks, for you.
Thanks, Ben. Now report from the executive committee.
large. Okay, forgot to to print out the sign-up sheet, so just write your name on the sign-up sheet. And then I have cookies for us after to celebrate the last Senate. Yay!
Thank you, Francis. Now we will move into reports of our liaisons, beginning with the Honors Congress.
Actually, Honors Congress. All right, this past week, the Honors College celebrated the Eagles of Excellence Awards, recognizing our underclassmen, graduating seniors, faculty, and supporters of the Honors College. Honors Congress had an executive team and leadership team meeting, and we began the process for programming this coming academic year. And the academic committee this past week hosted a movie night and an art gallery in Cater Hall. And the service committee celebrated Earth Day on Sunday, picking up litter in the general vicinity, and we picked up around 50 pounds, which is pretty impressive, I'd say. All right, and then this week, the Honors College will have our final event this evening, actually, which was our family dinner. Diversity and Honors is having their final event separate from the Honors Congress on Tuesday, their end of the year celebration. And then the Honors College is having a cup and cater on Wednesday, the last one of the semester, and a break for breakfast during finals week. So come by and get a chicken biscuit on Tuesday morning. Good luck on finals, everyone.
Now a report from the Black Student Union.
Hey y'all, so today Jonna Hawkins is in the back behind me. She's taking over my role for next semester in the fall, so just wanted her to see how Senate goes and everything. Please reach out to her, say hello, because she's gonna be here in my place, so very excited to have her here. And then just a recap of Black Alumni Weekend, we had the Kente ceremony, that was so nice, and we had a good representation of people come, so that was really nice. And then the day party that we had on Saturday was also well attended, and it was just so great to see all the alumni and talking to them and everything was also really great. And then the awards gala that we had for Black alumni, just getting recognized, and as a student, just getting to see some of the great things that our alumni are doing to give back to Auburn, but also just give back to their communities, really great. And then I just wanted to say, make sure that going into the next year that y'all just increase engagement with Black Student Union, but also we're just kind of a fragment of, an identity-based organization. There are so many identity-based organizations that are housed in OID, and so just making sure that when y'all ask for feedback or things like that, y'all are taking them into consideration, even though they're not technically a part of student involvement. They're still a student organization. And also NPHC and of course international students. And then yeah, that's it for me. I'm graduating, so I won't see any of y'all after probably this week. But it was nice getting to know all of y'all and really appreciate all of the hard work that y'all have done over just this past semester since February that y'all have come, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for the Senate.
Our ASBA liaison and our GC liaison are not present tonight, so we will now move into a report from the International Student Organization.
The Basina ISO. So now we held ISO recognition banquet, and we honored all the executive and council from last year. And also we participated in the Auburn Global Community Day. So during the event, we had the opportunity to introduce ISO to the public open. And also, we have now concluded for the social levels for this semester. So totally we did 10 social levels for this semester. And now we have the plans for next semester. Thank you all, and good luck for your finals.
Thank you. All right, we will now move into our current orders of business. And first on the docket is PSSB 2404-1501, brought to you by Senators Troutman and Lane.
Troutman, College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment. I ask for approval of the following updates to the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment Constitution.
The
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded to pass the bill just read. Is there any debate? All right, seeing no debate, we'll move into a vote on campus. Does anyone have any technical difficulties? Okay. Let me know if I can do anything to help.
The Parent Trap. The Lego Manager, please say that. I'll give you 20 dollars. Okay. Watch that $100. Look at it later on there. Save that though.
Does anyone else have any technical difficulties? I believe we have 31 senders present tonight. Anyone check and make sure your vote went through, please.
I did, yes.
Everyone else, did you also go through? Did you double check it? So you do have 31. All right, well, hopefully we can get that rectified before the next count, but that can count as an abstention, and this bill passes as it was read. And now we will move on to PSSB 2404-1502, brought to you by Senator Urban.
Urban, CLA, ask for approval of the following: Elections Board, Emily Walker, Chair, Noah Kuhn, Emma Kirk, Colin Rigger, Lily Wellbaum, Lauren Kiplinger, alternate, Will Ross, alternate. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we'll move into a vote on this. Does anyone have any technical difficulties?
And the ayes have it, this bill has been adopted. Next on the docket is PSSB 2404-1503, brought to you by Senator Massey.
Massey, Cosam. Ask for approval of the following. Elections Council, Sam Lagan, Director of Elections. Christian Hume, Virginia Glisten, Virginia May, Avery Holcroft, Mary Grace Hicks, Danielle Shepherd. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we will move into a vote. All right, the ayes have it, and this bill has been adopted. We will now move on to the future orders of business that were moved to current orders of business, beginning with PSSB 24042201, brought to you by Senator Levy.
Lady Kosam, I ask for approval of the following. Alex Duchemin, Chief Justice, Carter Funderburk, Attorney General, Marion Post, Secretary, Haley Walden, Associate Justice, Lauren Thornton, Associate Justice, Evan Groves, Associate Justice, Connor Bergeron, Associate Justice, Kate Lukowski, Associate Justice, Kate Allen, Associate Justice, Harper Allspach, Alternate Associate Justice, Redmond Smith, Alternate Associate Justice, and Michael Bridges, Alternate Associate Justice. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we will now move into a vote on canvas. All right, the ayes have it, and this bill has been adopted. We will now move on to PSSB 24042202, brought to you by Senator Evans.
Under business, I ask for the approval of the following, the allocation of $1,130 from the reserve fund from the line item titled Leadership Training to the Student Government Association budget. These funds would cover the increased cost of SGA leadership training and funding for the SGA fall retreat. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we'll move into a vote on canvas. Right, the ayes have it, and this bill has been adopted. We will now move into announcements. First, please continue to meet with the committees this week and round out one last committee meeting and put a bow on whatever you're working on this semester. But also, I prompt you to continue working on your projects this summer. Summer is a great time to make strides on initiatives. It's a great time to set up meetings with administrators. I'd be more than happy to help you with your projects throughout the summer, so don't feel like you need to put a pause until fall. Make sure that you continue working on them throughout the next few months. Next, we have Senate dinner on Wednesday night, really exciting, and a bit of a change of plans. It is not going to be Taco Mama catering. Instead, our chef is actually going to be our president, Mr. Jack Hilton. So if that's enticing to anyone, make sure you can come and you like my message in the group me so that I know how many people to prepare for. All right, and next up, we have a few announcements from Jamie.
Hi guys. I'm gonna miss y'all over summer, so don't forget about me. Before I go, I have a couple things I wanted to collect from y'all. So you've heard exec allude to what's known as the campus map, and as Jack shared with y'all, it's around different campuses around the country. It's at Disney World. We want to make it as usable, but also as visually appealing and attractive as possible, not just for prospective students for tours, but also for y'all as students, for parents, people who are visiting campus during a football game. So some things I want to collect with y'all. The things I want to collect from y'all, first thing, is what are some, specifically thinking, photo opportunities around campus? So think of, the sign outside of Stanford, or is there like not the perennial garden, but the Centennial Garden? Like, what are some photo opportunities you think would be good to go on the campus map? Jake?
On tours, we're taking them to the Eagle's Nest. So like if they are on a tour, that'd be good. Or and a lot of people don't get to go like up in the clock tower for Sanford, but if someone could take pictures there, it'd be cool.
Maybe like pictures in front of like Bo or Cam, like the statues.
Some statues?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people take in front of the green space and like you see like the Auburn, like in the back of like where the stadium is.
The campus green with that big U.
In front of the seal.
In front of the seal. Well, yeah,
What about like the Arboretum?
the Arboretum.
Maybe like it's not really it's more like a location like on top of Triple H. It's like a great picture
Yeah, the balcony.
that you can take with like the football stadium in the background. So
Okay. Class doesn't care.
The Creed steps next to Triple H.
Holly statue. Any other just for photo opportunities? What about some just general places on campus where y'all feel like students would benefit from maybe like services like the food pantry or the career closet, or any departments y'all feel like students would benefit from seeing on the map that they might not think of?
First year experience down located in Auburn.
First year experience.
Well, like Mary E. Martin, like financial services and stuff.
Mary Martin. Feature? Which, by the way, SCPS does have 2 locations. There's one in the basement of Haley and also one at the Met Clinic.
The archives at the bottom of the library.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. What else? Yeah.
Dietary counseling in the rec.
Dietary counseling in the rec. Very cool. Anything else?
Yeah.
The Ombus in the Quad Center.
The
The Ombus, am I saying that right? The guy.
Ombudsman?
Yes,
Yes.
close.
For sure. An awesome resource. Thank you. Yeah.
Veterans Resource Center.
Project Operative Office.
Auburn Outdoors, where students can rent like kayaks and stuff.
Love that. Auburn Outdoors. Anything else? Just anything else?
this is like a super basic one, but like the bookstore.
Yeah, of course. Student. Med clinic for sure. You think about it?
Just like like generic student affairs?
Yeah.
Because they can do a lot of others.
So you know about Corey? What else? Yeah, Anna?
The involvement suite?
Yeah. Anything under the sun.
What interviews in there?
I think not just students, like I'm gonna ask you from your perspective, what would your parents like to see? Or what would maybe someone from your high school who's going to visit Auburn like to see? The closest to Starbucks. I'd like to see that too.
Like where you get your Tiger card, like my year, I remember we got it at like the little office up there by like the chicken salad, chicken stuff.
Yeah, there's
Video testing center.
video testing center. That is awesome. Accommodations and accessibility. Yeah. Natural history museum. Natural history museum. Yeah.
The office where you get your transcript copies, I think it's in Langdon.
Okay. It's either Langdon or I think it's in Hargis. Yeah. Yeah.
The Julie Carlin's Art Museum.
Cool. I'll just go ahead and add the G5 onto that since they're neighbors. Yeah, feature. Tumors. Oh my gosh, of course. Last ones, yeah.
Where tiger printers are available.
Say it again.
Building where tiger printers are available. So like.
Buildings where Tiger prints available. That's huge. Yeah, Reed.
Well, there's the office of the registrar, but that might have been what she was talking about.
That's the one in Hargis. Well, I was just. Yeah, you can. One more, yeah.
The student media offices in the bottom of the student center.
Yeah.
Like Greek life, like where the different sorority halls are in the village.
Awesome. Teacher. Career development. And success. Yeah.
Miller Writing Center in the library.
Writing Center. Is that right?
No, it's in the library. Their office is on the 3rd floor, but they meet on the 2nd floor.
Cool. Yeah. MPHC Legacy Plaza. Any others? Vince? Yeah. Ethan, did I see your hand? If you think of any others, please let me know. The other thing that I was going to ask y'all, so some of you returners might remember when I've done what's known as Advisor's 3 Corners. For those of you that don't know what it is, that is 3 minutes, just 3 slides of some super general, it can be anything, life advice, professional development. And I think I've done a good rotation of some general topics based on what's happening throughout the year. So I might do maybe like an email template one if you're new to the term, or I might do some general interview advice if I know it's interview season. But I want to get y'all's feedback on what you might want to hear. Some examples that I just gave y'all, including professional development, but there's also general life ones that I give. So I talk briefly about what you want your legacy to be. There's one that I do, like things I wish I knew in undergrad. So just throwing out, what are some things y'all might want to hear from me? Again, it's like super, super short form. Teach at the end of your meetings.
Kind of what we just did like there, like maybe some offices that we don't know about, or like some programs, what administrators are doing that we wouldn't know.
Yep.
Casual, business, professional.
The difference between business casual and business professional. Cool. Yeah, correct.
Definitely like the life advice one, like your legacy. That's a good one.
If y'all think of any throughout the year, again, it's a living, breathing thing. There's some weeks where I change it completely, and there's some weeks where I cut them if I feel like y'all are ready to get out of here. So it's not like a super set schedule. It's very much a living thing. So if y'all ever want to hear about anything throughout the year, just let me know.
Awesome, thanks, Jamie. All right, everyone, so that concludes our official business of the evening. So our meeting is now hereby adjourned. But I'm very excited that tonight we are going to be doing our mock debate and going to be practicing our Robert's Rules of Order. So I hope you all brought your binders with your cheat sheets because you're going to want them. And I've got a slide up here about how this is going to work. So you're given the prompt and topic.